One of the most anticipated events of 2025 is about to get underway, and the scene is set with the gentle buzz of Louisiana twilight, the aroma of jambalaya wafting through the air, and the reverberation of a steel guitar tuning on stage. This year, the International Acadian Festival is going to be attended by thousands of admirers, and the spotlight will shine brightest on a young man whose voice has already conquered millions of people, Jon Foster, the breakout country sensation from American Idol. For those who have been following the 23rd season of American Idol, the name Jon Foster is not just familiar. It also has a distinctive ring to it. His story is a tale that is woven from genuineness, southern grit, and an uncensored heart. It is the essence of small-town dreams meeting national stardom. It is now that Foster's journey has gone full circle as he is returning to Louisiana, not as a contestant or a dreamer, but as the headliner of one of the most cherished cultural festivities in the state. From the stage of American Idol to the spotlight of Acadian. The ascent to renown of Jon Foster was not an instantaneous process. He was born and reared in the little town of Addis, Louisiana, where he spent his childhood surrounded by gospel choirs, Cajun traditions, and the buzz of life in Bayou country. Foster's style was sculpted into something that was both timeless and very local as a result of the combination of his father, who was a local mechanic with a passion for bluegrass, and his mother, who sung hymns every Sunday in church. When the cameras from American Idol first filmed him entering into the audition room, he was wearing cowboy boots that were dusted, and he was carrying a guitar over his shoulder. No one anticipated what would happen next. During his performance of his original song, Tell That Angel I Love Her, the judges were rendered speechless, and the crowd was left with tears in their eyes. During that particular moment, he went from being a regional prospect to becoming a national favorite. Every single week, Jon put up a presentation that was a masterclass in honesty. He wasn't only engaging in performance, he was also telling stories. Love, grief, and Louisiana were all topics that he sang about. He sung about places that no longer existed and individuals who continued to live on through music. His soulful tone and timeless appeal had already established him as one of the most promising graduates of American Idol by the time he reached the final round of music competition. Now, less than a year later, Foster's name is being shown on billboards all over the state of Louisiana. This is not because he is participating in another reality competition. Rather, he is performing at his homecoming, which is expected to be his most personal act to date. The Acadian Festival, where tradition harmonizes with contemporary beat. Louisiana is transformed into a vivid mosaic of music, food, and history every year during the Acadian Festival, which takes place in the fall. It was established in 1973 and serves as a monument to the Cajun Acadian culture that is responsible for defining the identity of an entire state. There is more to it than just an event. It is a celebration of faith, community, and resiliency that is happening right now. It is anticipated that the 2025 event, which will take place in the center of Plaquemine, will be the largest so far. An immersion in Louisiana's soul is provided over the course of 3 days, with activities ranging from crawfish etouffee cook-offs and heritage parades, to folk dances and Zydeco marathons. The young man who used to perform on modest church stages is now on the verge of being the headlining act at the most important event in his home state. This year, Jon Foster is at the heart of all that is going on. When we booked Jon, it felt like bringing the festival back to its roots, said Denise Landry, the organizer of the festival, beautifully encapsulating the essence of the situation. He's not simply putting on a show, he's a protagonist in our narrative. It is guaranteed that this performance will be unforgettable. On Saturday night, as the festival lights begin to flicker to life, attendees can anticipate a playlist that makes them feel both nostalgic and electrified. The keynote performance that Foster will give is rumored to include a combination of American Idol favorites, new originals, and Cajun country tributes that have been specifically developed for this event. During his post-American Idol tour, he wrote a new tune called Bayou Blood, which is an anthem about home, belonging, and pursuing dreams without forgetting where you came from. He intends to open with this song. The rest of the night will unfold like a musical trip through his roots, beginning with that point. Attendees can anticipate this. An emotional acoustic medley consisting of Cajun musicians, as well as the incorporation of accordion and violin into his performance, is a first for the emerging star of the country music scene. An unexpected encore, which is said to include a new song that was composed in collaboration with a songwriter from Nashville and is dedicated to his fans in Louisiana. A section of Foster's performance will be comprised of songs that raised him, which are traditional Cajun tunes and spirituals that had a significant impact on his formative years. Foster has also promised something that is one of a kind. The concert is more than just a performance, it is a dialogue between the past and the present. The influence of coming back home. There is a great deal of emotional significance attached to this starring slot for John Foster. He recently gave an interview to Louisiana Life magazine, and during the discussion, he pondered on the significance of this festival to him. It's not just about using music in this situation. The purpose of this is to show respect for my origins, specifically the individuals who instructed me in singing and who had faith in me before the cameras were ever rolling. Returning to Louisiana is like returning to a place that feels like home to my soul. The people who are close to him believe that the return home will be a bittersweet experience. Foster's grandmother, who passed away and was instrumental in his upbringing, was a lifelong fan of the Acadian Festival and had a desire of experiencing him performing there at some point in the future. A gap was left behind by her passing before he achieved fame on American Idol. However, he claims that the upcoming performance will be fully devoted to her memory. There are many people who anticipate seeing familiar faces in the crowd. These people include friends, neighbors, and even his former music teacher at Addis High School, who once predicted, "That boy is going to make Nashville shake someday." What is the festival energy? It is the intersection of faith, fun, and family. Despite the fact that John is the center of attention, the Acadian Festival is an experience that engages multiple senses and is described by residents of Louisiana as heaven and heritage rolled into one. These will be included in the 2025 edition. A sparkling procession through Plaquemine's old downtown is known as the Parade of Acadian Queens. This event is held annually and features the return of prior festival queens. A Cajun cook-off that will showcase a wide variety of dishes, including boudin bowls, pralines, gumbo, and crawfish pies, among others. A children's village that introduces a new generation to the culture of the Cajun region through activities like storytelling, crafts, and cultural games. Before Foster's main event, there will be live performances by local luminaries, such as the Bayou Troubadours and Les Frères Broussard, which will bring an authentic layer of Louisiana flavor to the event. The environment will be exciting while still being intimate. It will be the kind of place where strangers develop friendships over the course of singing together and eating spicy food. A momentous occasion in the profession of a rising star. It is not just a gig for John Foster to be the headlining act at the Acadian Festival. It is a significant achievement. According to some who are knowledgeable about the industry, this performance might be the beginning of his next chapter of his career. Since his time on American Idol, Foster has been quietly collaborating with producers from Nashville on a debut album that is scheduled to be released at the beginning of 2026. The event may be the venue where he will present Bayou Blood, the lead song that encapsulates his artistic growth by combining contemporary country music with Louisiana soul, according to sources close to his team. A number of music journalists have pointed out that the appeal of Foster lies in his honest grit. Although he does not rely on autotune or excessive production, his voice carries the faults that are inherent in real live life. He paints vivid visuals with his words, such as an old pickup truck, the guidance of a father, and a church choir that is fading into memory. From your hometown, this type of country no Nashville stage could ever replicate. On this once-in-a-lifetime occasion, fans should get ready. It was claimed that within 48 hours of Foster's announcement, all of the tickets for the Saturday showcase at the festival were sold out. Fans posted memories of his performances on American Idol and counted down the days before they could see him perform live on social media platforms, which were swamped with excitement. Rachel Broussard, a supportive fan from the area, said the following on the internet. "I remember watching him sing his heart out on TV and thinking, that's our boy." Currently, we are in a position to cheer him on right here in Louisiana. It's a complete circle. The limited edition Foster at the Festival paraphernalia is already being prepared by merchandise dealers, and local radio stations have already started playing over and over his songs in anticipation of his performance. Not only is it a concert, but it is also developing into a cultural event that will be significant for the area. The Vision of John. Music that contains meaning. In contrast to many other up-and-coming artists, Foster is not interested in gaining recognition or attention. Narrative and interpersonal connection continue to be the foundation of his purpose. "If my songs can make somebody feel less alone, then I'm doing my job," he said to his audience during a live stream that took place not too long ago. This concept is in line with the Acadian mentality that is prevalent in Louisiana, which is characterized by resiliency, faith, and unity. As part of his intention to use the festival platform for good, he intends to donate a portion of the earnings from the sale of his items to local music education programs. These programs will assist disadvantaged children in learning how to play instruments and write songs. "When I was in a position where I couldn't afford a guitar, someone did give it to me," he revealed. "If I am able to do something for another person, then I will do it." A night that will reverberate far beyond the state of Louisiana. This coming November, when John Foster performs at the Acadian Festival, it will not merely be another stop on his tour. Rather, it will be a homecoming, a celebration, and a declaration of everything that he stands for. The fact that a young man who appeared on American Idol and sung about angels is now going back to a community that witnessed the formation of his wings is lyrical about the situation. He will fill the night sky in Louisiana with his music, which will reverberate off the waterways of Addis and the rooftops of little towns, delivering themes of love, faith, and domesticity. It won't just be a concert for those who are fortunate enough to be able to attend. As a reminder of how far ambitions can travel when they are based in family and heart, it will be a moment in history that leaves a lasting impression. The crowd will rise not only in applause, but also in a sense of collective pride as the lights go out and the final notes of his encore waft into the humid night air. Because John Foster is not merely a celebrity for the state of Louisiana, rather, he is one of their own, shining brighter than he ever has before.